Hi guys.
Hello.
We've been speaking about the topic, the power of humility. It is, personally, I think this is an unpopular virtue for the moment because the time we are in. This has actually fallen down because of the time of selfies we are in, the relentless updates we do on the status. The updates like I'm chilling with my friends, I'm in Goa. Do you remember any of your recent updates where you mentioned I, me, myself? Yeah. So, how many of you agree that our language represent our lives? I really do not mean what you speak, but how you speak it, isn't it? Our language actually depicts our lives. So there was this very interesting research which was done by Google. According to them, 5.2 million books were published since 1500. The interesting part is the words like kindness and humbleness have dropped by 56% between 1960 to 2008. Ideally, what they're showing is, what the Google was actually trying to depict is, from this research, the individualistic words had overshadowed the communal ones. We have already in a phase wherein we've been starting to use words like I, me, I can do it myself, I come first. These were the words which have taken place now. I hope you're getting where I'm trying to take you.
Yeah.
We have actually moved from we to me. Humility, if you see guys, in current scenario is a weakness. We consider it as a weakness in today's culture. However, if you actually see in reality, it's a gateway for survival, for the success, and very importantly, personally for me, self-satisfaction, which ultimately leads you to the happiness, to the doors of happiness. If you are humble in whatever you do, maybe personally or professionally, if you are humble, believe me, you can be at a level where you have never imagined yourself. I have a very simple story my father used to tell me when, a very long time back. I'm not sure how relevant this story would be for this forum, but I would really like to present this story. This is a story of a beggar. Now, this beggar was very hungry from a couple of days. He went to a king's palace. The palace was already on. They were sitting in a court. The beggar went and asked the king to give him some food. The king was already in a mood to enjoy with the beggar. The king ordered his servants to get the food for the beggar. And very softly he told his servant to pretend getting the food for the beggar. They went, they followed the instruction, they got the plate and kept the plate in front of the beggar with invisible food. The king asked the beggar to start eating the food. The beggar had already realized by this time that the king is making fun of him. However, he was very submissive nature. He was of a very humble nature. He started to eat. He enacted as if he was eating. After a couple of minutes, the king asked, "What food did you like the most?" He said, "Rasgullas." The court was already laughing now because they knew the reason. There was no food. If this wasn't enough for the king to embarrass the beggar, he asked him again, "Please ask something more from me. You are in my palace. Ask something more from me." The beggar said, "I would like to have a beautiful wife." The king asked his dancers to come on the stage. Again, there was no dancer, invisible dancer were there. And the king asked, "In the meantime, the dancer dances, please select your wife." When the dance was over, the beggar said, "I like the fourth dancer." The king said, "There are only 3 dancers. Take the third one, and when you exit my palace, just select any one of the palace which is outside this one." Obviously, again, there was no palace. He said thanks. He said thank you to the king and left the palace. When he was leaving, he could hear the people laughing at him. But this actually touched the king, and he realized that although he was joking, but he took it very sportingly. He didn't really wanted to hurt the king. He called back the beggar. He said, "I'm impressed with your attitude." And he ordered his servant to actually give him the food, a palace and a beautiful wife. So this time it was a serious thing from the king's side. Guys, what I actually mean is, We have many such humility stories around us. We witness it on a daily basis. But the time we are currently in, the time of selfies, the time of updates we do on Facebook, on Instagram, we are least bothered about people's attitude towards us. There are so many people who are very generous to you, but then we keep ignoring the fact. The moral is, the humility and the cooperation can take you a very long way. So these are very powerful qualities, guys. All of us sitting here, I would really request if you can imbibe these qualities. If you already have it, great, never let it fall down. If you really do not have it, please imbibe these qualities. This will really take you a long way. That's it.